Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. Happy fall, everybody. Fall is upon us, and that means it's pumpkin season. Oh my goodness. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you've been watching my summer pumpkin videos, because although I grow the pumpkins in the summertime, as it gets to fall, they get bigger and bigger and more plentiful. This year I have a pumpkin vine that is probably 30 feet, and it keeps putting out pumpkins. I suspect that the more pumpkins, maybe that means smaller pumpkins, which is a good idea, because then I can get more personalized pumpkins for my family. But we will see together. Thank you for watching these wonderful fall videos. I hope you're enjoying fall. Fall is a beautiful season, even in Los Angeles, because the weather is cooler. It's a respite from the bitter, stinging heat of this summer, and the rains coming, the drought being over, by fire season. The blood of Jesus against you. Don't come back here no more. Okay? So, enjoy. Okay, I'm trying to get my pumpkin patch in the picture with myself. And I want to explain to you, this is a machata pumpkin. In order for it to bear fruit, the female flower of a machata plant has to pollinate the male flower. So that's the only way you get a pumpkin. So where I have a bunch of pumpkin that are like my summer squash and my spaghetti squash and even winter luxury, those are all the same type of pumpkin. The only plant that I have that is machata is this one. And as you can see, it's not bedecked with a whole lot of flowers. Doesn't produce flowers like summer squash and zucchini do. So I let one pumpkin pollinate itself, and I didn't get that pumpkin, so it dropped the pumpkin for me. That would have given me 4 pumpkin. I would like to, with all this pumpkin plant, I would like to get 10 smaller pumpkins over getting 3 or 4 large pumpkins. If the good Lord allows it, we'll see what we get. But you know, a lot of people don't understand the value of bees. If it was a lot of bees, I'd have no problem. Right now, I should be surrounded. You should hear the buzzing of bees, but there is no bee sound at all. And you guys, in case you don't know, not having bees is a food security issue. Probably thinking that the garden ends there. But I'm going to take you a little bit closer, because this is the way all children's pumpkin patches should be. Even if you are a child of 50, this is the way. Look closer. This is just the welcome into the pumpkin patch. This little pumpkin is grown on a line. There's 2 plants there, 2 plants. Over here is a squash, screen tent squash, patty pan. It's called a white pumpkin. I'm sorry, it's called a white patty pan, but I've never seen mine get particularly white. It has a little green tint to it. And then we come to the tansy and the pomegranate. I grew this pomegranate from seed. It's impervious to anything in my area. It's like the most amazing plant for me. I shape it like other people shape boxwoods, and is just doing fabulously. The other side of the gateway, which we will now remove, is Tansy. So we move back the Tansy, step across, and you are immediately exposed to the leftovers of the beans and the amazing pumpkin patch. Yes, pumpkin vines are so inspiring. Look at those huge lily pads of leaves festooning the trees, growing up into the air, and bedecked with flowers and pumpkins. Yes, the beans were here first, as you can see, and they provide some fertilizer for the pumpkins. So that's why my pumpkins are huge. And you see this little tiny wall. It's just a little tiny space. It's no more than, what, 2 feet? Just enough for a pumpkin patch. An amazing pumpkin patch. Be careful where you step. There's pumpkins everywhere. This is a secondary pumpkin that I planted because I thought my first pumpkin would need some help. She doesn't need any help. Now let's see. Let's just tour around this pumpkin plant and this shady crevice where we can sit underneath the leaves of the pumpkin in the shade. There we will see her underbelly. Those look like flowers. Yes. We are just taking our time. Did you see it? Let's go closer. Let's get past the beans. Ah, there's beans. Those are next year's seed. I'm not picking them. I'm letting them get ripe. There you see a pumpkin hiding in the shadows. It's not ready to flower yet. We'll see. But we're going to continue on our journey through the pumpkin patch. Let us see. Are there any others? You never know. Pumpkins. Ah! There's another little beauty peeking out her head. Yes. So just that quick, in a few inches, we have 2 delicious pumpkins starting. And we don't know what's over there. Now I will have to turn her around when she gets to the end of my garden, because you don't want your pumpkin growing into your neighbor's yard, because the saying is that would be the biggest pumpkin. Okay, down here we have a cabbage that is currently being noshed on by worms, but it's no biggie because the worms won't be here in the winter time, and the cabbage in my area don't set ahead until winter. So let us keep going past the cabbage and another tansy. The tansy is there because it keeps nematodes away from the curcupides, melons, and squash. Oh, let me see if we can zoom out. Look how beautiful the pumpkin pads are over here. But these are lower. I didn't get to them in time. Oh my goodness. That's the first bit. Ow! I stepped on a berry. In my greed, they got me. They're hiding the fruit for the birds. And it's not ready after all of that. But pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, if I'm the fastest one. Let's see. Underneath here, maybe more pumpkin. We don't know. We won't take our chances. We won't take our chances with any baby pumpkins. We won't move our fragile leaves because we know It's pumpkin baby season. This is all one plant. There's another pumpkin. I wonder if I fertilized that one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did. I fertilized 2 so far. I might go in there and try to fertilize it. There's a leaf I can fertilize it with. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I've shown you me doing that before. And I want to show you the pumpkin that you saw me fertilize before. Where are you? Where are you? Oh my goodness. Oh, there she is. We were successful. That was a pumpkin leaf that got in your way. I fertilized this one. Yeah. And she's getting nice and big now. Right there. And here's another one that oh no, I didn't fertilize that one. Okay, so I must have fertilized that one because I fertilized 2. And this one over here, I'm trying to be slow. This one over here isn't ready to be fertilized. So this is the first one I fertilized. And that must be the second one. Okay. So then I'm not going to fertilize the next one. Well, I will fertilize the next one if I catch it. But this is one pumpkin plant. This is a machata. This is the pumpkin plant that they sell in the grocery stores in Morocco. And the name of the plant is actually Pumpkin of Morocco in English. So it's called Morocco. Moroccan pumpkin. This is one plant. And it is huge. It doesn't mind being grown in a cramped space. It hasn't set any roots. As you can see, it's tumbling over the tomatoes. It's tumbling over fences. It's latching on to trees, but it won't grow up the trees. I'm actually having to manually place it in the trees like that and get it to go where I want it to go. It doesn't like a whole bunch of sun, so it likes to grow towards this space here, and that's why you see most of the pumpkin plant on the shadier side. Whereas I forced it to grow over here because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have a walkway. I understand that by the time these pumpkins get big, there will be no walkway. But for now, early in the game, I have trained it up the tree. And then it just tumbles right down, and then I tumble it back up. And I will continue doing that until it's fool's play. And at that time, my pumpkins should be ready. So I said one day I would show you how my little late starting pumpkin did. This is supposed to be winter luxury. I've been trying to grow winter luxury for a very long time. That doesn't look like a winter luxury to me. That looks very much like a zucchini. You see it? But I was buying winter luxury. And it is a vining plant. It has a couple of fruit on it. Let me see if I can find another one for you. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that's the only one that's still remaining. Because you know, this garden is a wildlife garden. Sometimes we get to keep the fruit. Ah, there's another one. It's just tiny here. See if I can give you a better angle.